Hello, and welcome to my podcast, Love People Technology Learning. And I'm your energetic host, Tamara Kocharova, CEO of Lanai, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you join us once again for an electrifying dive into thought-provoking conversations. On my podcast, Love People Technology Learning, we dive deep into the intersection of humanity and innovation. Join me as we chat with learning and development experts from the world of business, education, and personal development about how people and technology come together to shape our world. We explore how culture, literature, creativity, travel, and human relationships influence personal growth and skills development. Discover the values and meta competencies of the 21st century that drive the progress of countries, cities, and entire industries and why they matter. But this podcast, it's not just about insights and theories. It's about embracing the joy of life and making a positive impact. Through inspiring stories, we are on a mission to make people's lives happier and more fulfilled. My mission is simple yet powerful: to spread happiness, ignite curiosity, and make learning a breeze for everyone, everywhere. Hi, my dear listeners, and today's episode is going to be one of the most unique ones I've ever hosted because it's an interview with myself, Tamara Kocharova. Since July 1st is my birthday, and I thought it would be a great idea to create a podcast episode where I openly talk to you about what it's like to be an entrepreneur in educational technology, balancing roles as a woman in tech, a professional in learning and development, a mother, a wife, an athlete, and a person who is constantly growing and loves life. This idea was inspired by one of my guests, Steve. During his episode, he started asking me questions and suggested that I should answer them since I always ask my guests these questions. I took it as a sign that this was the right thing to do. Every episode of my podcast begins with a question about my career path in learning and development. And my journey is interesting because I transitioned from a background in learning and development to becoming an entrepreneur. And I'm one of the founders of Lanai, a software company that uses artificial intelligence to organize virtual trainings, assessment centers, online games, and make online synchronized learning as engaging and deep as in-person trainings. The story is actually quite simple. I've been conducting leadership training since I was 14. Can you imagine 14? When I joined a youth organization called the Association of Young Leaders, which was associated with the California Association of School Councils. I was lucky to join at that age, and that's where my career as a facilitator, someone who conducts training for children, began. By the time I was 16, I knew this would be my lifelong profession. One of my trainees, a boy in my leadership program, cried on my lap saying, "Tamara, you have Armenian roots and a mix of several ethnicities. I used to believe that best people were from one nationality, but you changed my life. You showed me that it's not nationality that makes a person real, but it's the heart and soul that matter. It doesn't matter what language you speak, your nationality, or whether you are a man or woman. What matters is being a true person. You can inspire and make others fall in love with life." From that moment, I knew learning and development would be a part of my life. If even one person on this planet started thinking differently about themselves, life, and others, and it made their life happier, then I'm definitely doing something right. That's how my career in training began. After growing up in the youth organization, I professionally pushed business training and entered the investment business. I evolved from a facilitator and instructional designer to chief learning officer, leading a learning and development team at a major international broker for over 5 years. That's how my career in learning and development progressed. In 2011, I was fortunate to meet two guys, one a brilliant programmer and the other a fantastic designer and marketer. At one meeting, they said, Tamara, we think we could create an interesting project together. Would you like to be part of it? That's how in 2011, the company Lanai was born, focusing on creating interactive e-learning. Back in 2011, we started developing simulators and games with VR and AR. In 2013, I made the decision to leave the company and employment behind to become a full-fledged entrepreneur and fully develop one of our projects at Lanes. It was one of the most significant and best decisions of my life. Now, 11 years later, I can confidently say it was the right choice. As someone from learning and development, I've always been inspired by large-scale projects that involve human intelligence, personal development, leadership, and communication skills. I wanted to share this not just within the one company, but be part of a global community, creating products that inspire thousands, even millions of people within corporations. One of the main lessons I learned when transitioning from learning and development to entrepreneurship is that if you want to create something with your own hands and leave your job, it's crucial to find business partners who share your values. I was incredibly fortunate to meet my partners, and we have gone through thick and thin together over these 13 years and continue our journey. Finding partners who align with your values and qualities is key to success when building a business from scratch. For me, this is the first rule of successful entrepreneurship. Second, with my talent for building human relationship, it's important to have a product idea that inspires and engages customers. It's essential to feel passionate about the product. It helps immensely if at least one of the founders understands and is passionate about the product, as it makes building the business easier. Third, if you want to venture into entrepreneurship, remember that it's a roller coaster ride with many ups and downs. Be prepared for times when, without attracting investments, you might run out of money, struggle to pay your employees, or even find it hard to make ends meet. However, it's incredibly exciting because in entrepreneurship, the results will come if you genuinely believe in your product, your team believes in you, and your clients, family, and friends support you. This support will sustain your business for many years. Now, I find myself pondering how entrepreneurship helps me not just in business but in life. Entrepreneurial thinking is always exciting. I can confidently say that I've never had a boring day. This mindset involves the ability to create new products, and I love creating products, not just technological ones. In my family, among friends and colleagues, there is a joke that I also love creating biological products. As I am a mother of 3 children, I have 3 wonderful sons. These children are also products and I love dearly and who inspire me with life, love, happiness, and an ongoing state of acceptance of this world. Entrepreneurial thinking means always having hope, always believing and knowing that things will eventually work out for the better, even if in unexpected ways. As an entrepreneur, the more doors you knock on, the more likely it is that one will open for you. This mindset is inherently creative and keeps you guessing where you might end up tomorrow. It's about loving what you do and being responsible, taking responsibility for yourself, your decisions, your team, your products, and your customers. Sometimes it means shouldering more responsibility than you thought possible. Entrepreneurial thinking is a thrill. On my podcasts where I've been a guest, I'm often asked how I juggle multiple roles, not just as an entrepreneur and CEO of Lanai, but also as a woman in tech, a mother, a friend, a wife, and simply a woman who loves life. The answer is very simple. I just love life. I was incredibly fortunate to be born on a sunny day, July 1st, and I believe I'm connected to the energy of the cosmos, our planet, the sun, and the love for this world and everything that happens to me every day. This connection gives me a lot of strength and confidence in what I do each day. I realized that I never chased these roles or success. What I wake up for every day is to simply to be a happy woman. Every step I take is about happiness. If I'm a mother, I'm happy. If I'm an entrepreneur, I'm happy. If I'm a wife, I'm happy. If I'm a friend, I'm happy. This is my choice to choosing to be happy. It's the only way to handle everything that happens in my life. Another important thing I've learned about balancing it all is that I'm not perfect. And I don't strive to be perfect. I believe that entrepreneurs are not perfectionists. They are not perfect people. Where you accept that you have the right to make mistakes and that you are not perfect, life takes on a multitude of colors. It becomes a rainbow that appears in your life every day, and I'm someone who enjoys this. I think it's very important today to share with you my top 5 habits that help me make my life, the lives of my loved ones, and the life of my company and our customers happier. These are 5 essential things I do every day, like waking up in the morning and brushing my teeth. Let me tell you a story. I was born in a small Soviet city, Volgograd. My father is Armenian and my mom, she is Russian. When I was 14, I think so, it was a tough time in the country. There were terrorist attacks and residential buildings were being blown up in my city. One spring morning, I remember walking to school on a sunny day. I looked up at the blue sky and the sun and thought, if I building explodes and I die with a sore and sad expression, that wouldn't be right. From that moment on, I made it a habit to smile every morning when I wake up and to always get out of bed on the right foot. This is saying that if you get out of the bed on the right foot, you will have a successful and happy day. Since I was 14, this habit of getting out of bed on the right foot and smiling at myself and the world every morning has been me key to a good day. Second, sports. My life is deeply connected to sports, and it is a significant source of my energy. When I was pregnant with my third son, I continued going to the gym until 3 days before giving birth. I did squats with a barbell, walked on the treadmill, lifted dumbbells, and did almost everything I used to do before pregnancy. Sports truly inspire me to achieve victories. Third, I strive to find something new and interesting every day in my life, my surroundings, my city, books, or activities with my children. I never stop learning from my children about being curious about life. This habit keeps me engaged and alive. Fourth, every day I communicate via video or audio with my family all over the world. Every morning when I drive my children to school and daycare, we talk with the grandparents, aunts, and uncles who are spread out around the world. This helps me remember who I am and where I come from, making me feel happier, stronger, and more connected to life. And fifth, I start my morning with a glass of hot water. I drink it every morning as soon as I wake up because water is energy, life, and it fills me with a personal strong energy for the day ahead. To conclude today's episode, I'm going to create a short series of episodes where I'll share more about what inspires and amazes me in life. But for today, I want to end by sharing a question I love asking my guests, and I'll answer it myself. It's about the 5 personal qualities my close ones value in me. Today, I just returned from a trip with my best friends whom I've known for nearly 30 years. There are 4 of us, and we met in school back in 1995. We have been friends for over 30 years, and together we have 8 sons. We now live in different countries, but we spent this past week together. One evening we had dinner at a wonderful restaurant, spending 4 hours talking and enjoying good food. We played a game where we asked each other questions and everyone answered. One of the questions was about which qualities in us have remained unchanged over the past 30 years. And my friends told me the qualities they see in me, which I believe help me love my children, my life, my family, my business, and the products I create, enjoy my relationship with the friends, and find inspiration in this world. My friends said, I'm someone who still known how to be a friend and loves people, which is true. They said, I'm someone who can always find a way out of any situation. I'm a fighter, someone who never gives up, always seeking solutions and trying every method until I can confidently say I've tried everything. They said I can build relationships and help people discover the best qualities and that I'm trustworthy. Lastly, they said I'm an unconventional person who loves breaking the rules, always doing something extraordinary, and that's my strength. To conclude today's episode, I want to say that I'm inspired by the people around me, by conversations, meetings, and the stories of people I meet, my family, colleagues, clients, and people from all over the world. With this episode, I want to inspire everyone to see life as a great gift. How open we are to the world will determine where we end up. I'm immensely grateful to all of you for listening to this episode until the end, and I thank everyone who has always supported me, who believes in me and in everything in my company Lanai and our product do. I embrace you all from a distance around the world. Shine on and bye-bye!